Hi, I'm Devon White, former Major League Baseball player. Come join us at the Canada Cuba Goodwill Tour. You will have a great experience.
I've seen nothing but great baseball.
This is an experience for everyone. I would suggest anyone to get involved, and I would love to do it every year. Whether it's in Canada or it's in Cuba, I would like to be able to do this all over again. I'm sure that every one of my parents and girls want to do the same.
It's an experience that you have to feel firsthand. It's like saying you're going to become a parent and try to explain it to somebody. You can't just do that, you have to experience it. So it definitely exceeded my expectations.
The kind of experience you can't get anywhere else in the world, and that is something that I really wanted my children to see, and so I jumped at the chance to come here.
This is pristine baseball. This is where baseball is loved more than any other place on the planet Earth. So why wouldn't you want to be here?
Canada Cuba Goodwill Tours is an action-packed week. From teams and players, coaches, family members travel from all across Canada, right from Newfoundland all the way to British Columbia. And it's a week-long program that our teams fly in on Saturdays, get started for opening ceremonies in a local community, whether it's in Matanzas or Holguin, where we have our opening ceremonies, which is a celebration to welcome us to the tour each year. And then we have our opening game that day. On Monday and Tuesdays, we have game days, as well as Wednesdays a game day, followed by that Wednesday as well visiting the local schools. And to be honest with you, it was very challenging in the beginning to actually get into the local schools. And through the hard work from Yamaisa Sosa and her team, enabled us to get into the schools, to give our families a real understanding of what it's like in the education system here in Cuba. That leads into Thursdays, where we have our Scotiabank Visitation Days, where the kids from Cuba actually come to our resort and visit our kids to learn from each other. It's really a cultural experience on Thursdays to really get an idea of how each country lives and what they do in their societies back in their countries. And then on top of that, we roll into Fridays, where we have our camp days through Devon White and Bill Lee, as well as the Cuban Glory players that are here on location in both provinces. So it's a great camp for the kids to learn some of the skills that they need to have at the grassroots level to better themselves as players. We also try to fit in some of the things like visiting the local professional teams, whether it's in Matanzas with the Crocodilos or Holguin with the Dogs. We actually try to book professional games if at all possible on top of that. And then as well, we also have our closing ceremonies on Friday nights, which kind of wraps up everything during the week to kind of celebrate what we've accomplished for each team when they've been here. And that's in a nutshell what we do in the Canada Cuba Goodwill Tours each and every week. It certainly is something to remember each and every time.
A memory that I'll always have with me is interacting with the people here. The local Cuban people here are very friendly, very appreciative of our group and the Goodwill Tour, and interacting with those people through a translator, and just the good-natured and great people that I've met here in Cuba.
I look forward to coming back in the future and helping out some more.
It was just such a wonderful experience to feel like I was actually doing something, because normally you can donate when you're at the store or something to a foundation or a charity, but when you do something like this, it's actually you doing something face to face with these people that don't have as much as you do, and it's just amazing.
I think an important part is learning how to give. I think we receive a lot. We're blessed at home with a lot of goods, a lot of toys, a lot of clothing, all material goods, and to be able to give back to a community that maybe doesn't have as much, maybe a bit more deprived in some capacities that we are. I think it was really special to see the joy on those children's faces, but the joy on our children's faces too, for being able to share those goods and learning what the true meaning of giving is. I think it was a good experience for everybody.
The biggest thing that I'll remember from the trip to Cuba is the people. Bringing down the supplies to benefit the kids for baseball and for the education was probably the most fun we've had down here. These people are truly grateful. They love everything you give them. It's like you see in your kid's face on Christmas morning. It's double that. These people really, really appreciate everything you give to them. It's probably the most fun I've had on the whole trip, other than the baseball games, and just giving the stuff and watching the people's expression. It's awesome.
As the great Jim Bouton said, all this time I thought I was gripping the ball but the ball was gripping me.